What's up, Yuma? I'm Johnny Porter.
And I'm Victor Calderon.
On today's program, we are going to be joined first by Nichole Roedder. She is a Yuma native, personal trainer, fitness coach, and advocate for personal transformation. She's going to be sharing her journey of resilience, faith, and fitness, and her new show on YouTube, Rampage Jackson's Sports for Kids. Yes, a show with Rampage Jackson. After that, on to Johnny Burstrock, Cervin, and Mike Castor. They are partners in OG Family. They're going to be discussing entrepreneurship, branding, fashion, community building, and their brand new clothing store right here in Yuma, Neighborhood Vida. So stay with us for What's Up Yuma Radio, beginning right now on KOFA 94.7 FM.
And streaming online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. You can also view our show on the Border Radio Facebook page and the KAWC YouTube page. And don't forget, you can reach out to us by email at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Citrine Law, LLC, a Yuma law firm practicing criminal defense, DUI defense, and personal injury law. Information is at citrinelaw.com.
Jilly from Philly. Nick Papagiorgio from Yuma.
Johnny Show! What's up, Yuma?
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to another episode of What's Up Yuma Radio. I am Johnny Porter, and Victor is out on an assignment right now. I believe YPG, changing of the guard, something like that he's attending to right now. If you didn't know, he is also a reporter on the KAWC side, so he's doing that today. But before I get to our guest, I have a special co-host. It's our first day co-hosting. Stephanie, thank you for being with me.
Thank you, Johnny Porter. Yes, my name is Stephanie, guys. I am so eager and excited to be here.
Yeah, and so you're a bit of you're kind of, I'm seeing you pop up on top of furniture and in a like maybe a swimming pool or like a jacuzzi or something.
Yes, I've been doing local commercials I did one for the Box Drop Yuma, and I did another one for, I believe it was
Acme Pools. You did
there you
Acme
go.
Pools.
Acme
Yeah.
Pools.
How do I know better than you? That's like, but no, because it pops up. I follow Acme Pools. I know the owners over there, Ken and his wife. But
yeah, they're such sweet people.
Yeah, they're great people over there. Ken used to be my client because he used to own Liquid Eyewear, and then he owned Gator Eyewear, and then Liquid Eyewear, and then Fast Metal. And then now I think he's kind of retired from all that, just does pickleball all day or something.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you knew
when
it.
we were leaving, they went to the country club. They were like, we're going to go play some golf. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he just enjoys life, that lucky guy. But so you're kind of coming up. You're doing your thing. The first time I met you, you were doing something for our guest that I'm going to introduce here in a second. You were a ring girl, right?
Yes, I am the ring girl for YFL. I've done 4 events, and it's absolutely amazing. I love it so much, having the crowd and the fighters so up close. There was just one time where they were fighting, and then blood splattered on me, and our guest speaker had to go and get napkins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So that's the blood zone, right?
Oh, yeah, splash zone.
Yeah, people pay good money to be in the blood zone.
Oh,
that's
definitely.
That's when you know you're right in with the action. So that was kind of an honor. And thank you for being with me. I appreciate it. You're just going to have to, like we said off air, just butt in and ask questions. That's the way it goes. Don't feel bad. You could talk over me. It's all good in the hood. All right?
Okay, sounds great to me.
Okay, so you want to introduce our guest?
Yes. So by my right side, we have Nichole. Nichole, who are you and what do you do?
I am Nichole Roedder, and I have a women's only gym. It's called Healthy Her. I also do co-hosting with Johnny. I do the director of the VIP with you and YFL. I'm a jack of all trades, but a master at none.
Yeah, so it's like, what don't you do, Nichole? That's what we start with. It's like, well, I don't, and then we could.
A little bit of everything.
I don't remodel houses anymore. That's one thing I don't do.
But she does go catfishing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I did see that. Your stories. Oh, my goodness.
I need to invite you sometime. You'll have so much fun.
Yeah, and so, Nichole, I've known you for quite some time. You've been a model for a while, published in, I believe, every tattoo magazine that's been out there. You worked for Ink magazine for a time, right?
Correct, yeah.
So tell everybody how you got your start in that, and then we'll get into the fitness side.
Well, I actually had my best friend Kylene. She went and did a photo shoot one day, and she was like, "You want to come with me? I don't want to go alone." And I was like, "Sure, why not?" I went, was addicted right away, and quit my job and moved to Phoenix, and just started getting in contact with editors, submitting my photos constantly until I was finally noticed. And it took about a year of me struggling to get noticed till finally Inked magazine was like, "Let's sign you." And then they had me traveling all over the country working for them and doing photo shoots and whatnot. It was really fun.
Yeah. So are you originally from here in Yuma?
I sure am. Born and raised.
Born and raised here in Yuma. And when you were young, did you ever think you'd be doing this and anything like that? You said it was like taken, and then you did photos for me at one point for my clothing when I was a rapper back in the day. And no, I'm not going to rap on this.
Johnny Awesome.
But did you ever think that you were going to do that?
Oh, absolutely not. I was the ugly duckling growing up, so like everyone would make fun of me. I was very tomboy.
You were a tomboy, huh?
Yes, I'd wear like gym shorts and big T-shirts to school, and like I didn't.
So not
this is
feminine.
TMI. I didn't shave my legs or my armpits until I was in high school. So I was a very late bloomer, and I was extremely overweight. So everyone would make fun of me and call me names.
So and then you overweight. How long?
My entire childhood.
Entire childhood,
Yes.
you were overweight,
Yeah.
and you said that you got made fun of, and people would
Yeah.
tease you. What schools did you go to?
Woodard, Alice Byrne, Woodard, and then Kofa.
Okay, and what was that like for you to be teased like that?
Oh, it was tough. It's actually what started my my boxing hobby. I started boxing when I was about 13 because I was so tired of being picked on, and I had so much anger in my heart. I was also in like foster cares and stuff like that, so I was just angry at the world and decided, you know what, I need to figure out how to take out my anger, and did boxing, and then I was able to defend myself against all the bullies, and then actually, unfortunately, became a bully at that point because I was just so angry to the point where it was like someone would say something mean to me, and I would immediately snap and start beating them up.
Wow.
It was very, very like troubled time in my life.
Yeah, so it ended up something that to defend yourself ends up becoming toxic.
Yes.
And you become part of the problem.
Yes.
But, the range of emotions and the stuff you've been through, we aren't always equipped or know how to handle those things. And you're just doing your best,
Yeah.
right? You're just doing your best from trying to defend yourself into finding like, well, okay, now I'm the strong one.
Yeah.
What do I do with this strength?
Yeah, it was bad, but I feel like it made me appreciate and learned that you're only a product of your environment until you choose not to be.
Ooh, I love that.
Because I was a product of my environment. I was angry at the world the way, I felt like the world was angry at me. And then
Because you were in the foster care,
Yes.
because of these situations and these things.
the abandonment issues, the bullying issues, the feeling like I don't belong. And then eventually I was like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I need to change the way I'm thinking and not a product of my environment. I choose to be better.
So how did that come? The trying to change the way you think.
A lot of it had to do with my boxing coach, actually,
The boxing
Gary
coach,
Diaz. Yeah.
Gary, shout out to Gary
Yeah.
Diaz over there at Yuma Fight Academy, right?
A lot of it had to do with that. And then also my mom coming back more consistently in my life had a lot to do with it, too.
And shout out to your mom.
Yeah.
She's your biggest fan.
She really is,
She
yeah.
messages me all the time. It's like, I'm so proud of you and Nichole. It's like, she's
so
the
funny.
best.
She is amazing. She is amazing.
Yeah. So, okay, then, so boxing. So how did that help you? And what did Coach Diaz tell you? Because with my mentor, Chris Tortorici, he helped me out a lot as well. And actually, in my own way, I was a late bloomer as well,
Yeah.
right? I didn't start to get stuff together till really late. And he said, don't worry, like it's good to be a late bloomer. Everybody else that kind of got it together at high school made it
They're
look
gonna
like
peak
it.
in high
they
school,
peaked,
yeah.
right? And then it's like, you're going to do good later. So it's going to be all right. Just wait. And so what were some of the things that Gary Diaz helped you with? Was it like emotional too, or just how to punch people?
It was more an ultimatum that he gave me because someone approached him with a video of me in a street fight, and with a boxing license, you're not supposed to do that, obviously.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, this needs to stop or I'm done. And I liked boxing so much, and I liked belonging in that boxing club, and I felt like I had a family outside of foster care and whatnot. So I was like, I don't want to lose this. I'll start behaving. And then I got pregnant with my daughter when I was 16, and that completely changed my way of thinking.
So what was it about that? Just giving birth, seeing new
just
life?
becoming a
like now you're
mom.
responsible, the
Yeah.
nurturing.
I wanted to break the cycles that were in my family. My parents being in prison and me being in foster care, and just I wanted to give my daughter everything I didn't have. So I knew I had to make a 180.
Yeah. So then you have this troubled past, a bit of a rocky childhood, foster care, all of these things. And then you go from being bullied to the bully. But after that, now you're getting all the attention because people are taking pictures of you and wanting you in the magazine. But that also could have a dark side too, right? So tell me about like once you start getting that attention and starting to feel good, but also like where that leads.
So I never got the validation when I was younger of like, you're good enough. So when I got the validation from photographers and from men on social media saying I was good enough and I was hot and so on and so forth, it started to affect me a couple years later. Like it was great at first, but then it was like, is that all I'm good for?
Yeah.
You know, like they don't realize how educated I am and how persistent and determined and my trauma and my struggles and that I made it through all that. I'm only pretty. And so it really started to mess with my soul in that way. And I was like, I need to prove more. I need to prove more to myself.
And that gave you like a little bit of fuel?
Absolutely.
Because you do, like we said, you do a lot.
Yeah.
You're out there, and it's the same thing for me. It's fuel. It's like even when somebody hates on me or like does something like that or doubts me, that's like, oh, cool, that's more fuel in the gas tank, and like I'm gonna go prove you wrong. But you had a whole from childhood, you carried this with you, and you're gonna do this, or you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, there was a lot of people who did doubt me and made me it felt very discouraging at first. But I feel like once I pushed through that, it was just nowhere but up from there.
But then also, like, once you get, and we could talk about it off air, like people hating people that don't even know people. Like, but once you get to a point where it's like, I'll get texts like, oh, you're lucky you get to hang out with Nichole. She's so beautiful. It's like, stop it. That's my sister. Leave her alone. You know? And, but when you get to that point, then you're also on the top and people want to pick you off.
Yes, very, very true. People will start to get their own jealousy issues, their own competition in their own mind. If they really got to know me, they'd understand that I am a girl's girl through and through. I mean, even take into consideration Stephanie.
Yeah.
I've got her gigs. I've tried to empower her. I've tried to get her to the level that she's asked to be at.
Ever since I met Nichole, she's been such a sweetheart. She's been like such a big sister. Like we text each other. She'll be like, oh, let's go do this and this. And then I don't know why anyone would hate you. Like,
but no one gives me the chance.
Yes.
They automatically label me.
Except for Chance. Chance gave you a chance. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's a stupid joke.
Shout out Chance.
Shout out to Chance for that's 2 days in the row. Chance gets a shout out.
Lucky guy.
But I would just go to that, to what you said. It's exactly true, because then I put on Facebook, I need somebody to be a type of reporter for me. Nichole right away said, you got to get Stephanie. She'll be perfect for it. So she does do that. And
she really does.
That is her heart. That's the Nichole that I know. But yeah, so people do, but if
I want everyone to have success and reach their goals. I'm not a selfish person by any means. I want them to get to where they want to be and see if that's what they really want, because I had help as well getting to where I wanted, and not as much help as I want to give. Like I want to give other people what I didn't have the chance of having.
Absolutely. And that goes back to something else. Actually, my mentor, again, Chris Tortorici, taught me. He's like, be a kingmaker.
Yes.
Don't always try to be the king. Be a kingmaker, because the king is the one they're trying to pick off. They're like, you read the old tales about kings and stuff, and they would try to poison their food because the next in line want to do it. But if you're a kingmaker and you lift everybody up with you, it's a better situation.
Yeah, and then you get more respect. But that's not why I do it. But you do get a lot more respect from like Stephanie. I have a lot more respect from her, from you, from my peers, because they see like I'm not just trying to keep everything to myself, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And so you get people to where they want to be, not only with these, but also your gym, Healthy Her, because maybe somebody else is struggling with their weight or maybe body image, stuff like that.
Just like I was.
Yeah, just like you were. So tell me the inspiration about opening up your own gym.
Well, so I actually opened it up because I had a big amount of money given to me by my grandparents, who I had let borrow money throughout the years. And they were like, you know what, we have an investment and we came out pretty good and we want to pay you back. And I was like, no. And they're like, let's do it. And I was on my way there and I was going through a really, really bad breakup. I had nothing in my name. I had no job. I had nothing. I only had my clothes and my daughter's clothes, and I was staying at someone else's house. And I prayed on the way there. I was like, Lord, tell me what to do with this money. I don't want it to go to waste. And then Gary Diaz, my boxing coach, called me and said, hey, I've got room in my gym and I'm not there during the day. Do you want to rent it out from me and become a personal trainer? And fitness was already a big part of my life. And I was like, absolutely, let's do it.
So from a prayer, like however a prayer works, and then God plants a seed in Gary's
He's the
mind.
Perfect dad.
And then says, okay, Gary, you need to ask her this question. And he reaches out to you, and then you move in right away. You start.
Yeah, within 3 months, I got my certification. You don't legally have to have it in Arizona, but obviously you should, because there is a science down to everything with fitness. And I wanted to know the science behind it, why was this working for everybody? Like, why does this work for me? And it was seriously within 10 minutes of me making that prayer, God he provides. If he provides for the birds, he's going to provide for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And started the gym in 3 months, and it just blew up. I stayed there for a little over 3 years, and then decided to go my own way and make it into a very feminine, very girly gym.
Yeah, there's a lot of pink in there.
Lots of pink. Lots of pink.
And you have it now at your place. You're able to train people. Tell me a little bit about the reward you get out of seeing people fulfill and become who they want to become.
Oh, yeah. I have specifically one client, I won't say her name, it's confidential, but she hadn't had a boyfriend in years because her confidence was so low. And then about a year with me, she lost 40 pounds, looked like a completely different person, got a boyfriend, got married.
Wow.
And like she had the confidence to put herself out there. You know what I mean? So that changed her life, losing that weight. And yes, she could have done it on her own, but with having someone that holds you accountable, not only in the physical way, but in a mental way. And like she showed up when the day her dad died. You know what I mean? Like she knew that it would make her feel better coming in and seeing me.
Wow.
So when you have that connection with a trainer that actually makes you feel good rather than making you feel attacked and like you're not enough, it just makes the biggest difference because you feel like you're welcomed there. Like this is your family now.
And so when you're telling this story, and even the one earlier, I know the picture that you put up of young Nichole.
Yes.
When you were, a little chunkier and stuff.
A little.
You were on the chunky side. But you had that transformation, and now you're on the other side handing people the keys to their transformation.
Yeah, it feels so like there's so much self-gratitude into it. And like, it's showing myself that I'm worth more as well, you know? And it's my way of giving back to the women who don't have anyone to give them the tips and tools they need to reach their goals, just like how I help aspiring models try to reach their goals. And it makes me feel good. And it's funny because the other day I was posting on social media, do something selfless, because what I do is not selfless. What I do helping women is not selfless. It makes me feel good.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, it makes me feel good. So I get some kind of gratification from it. So it's funny the way things work like that. And then I end up posting about that, and then I have to be forced to do something actually selfless long term the next day. It is crazy.
Yeah, that's how it works. And we're going to take a quick break right now. On the other side of the break, I want to get into how you got in with Chance and YFL, and then eventually now having your YouTube show with Rampage Jackson, who is a huge UFC veteran. And we're going to do that right after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Bopping to the new beats heard around the world, or relaxing to the tunes of Memory Lane. We are your non-commercial source of music. Run by volunteer hosts, this is KOFA Border Radio, 94.7 FM, 1320 AM, on the KOFA app, or at borderradioaz.org.
What's Up Yuma Radio is sponsored in part by Nova Home Loans, serving Yuma County and nearby communities. Nova Home Loans offers residential lending services, including home loans and refinancing. They are also proud supporters of local community efforts and organizations. More information is available at novahomeloansyuma.com.
You're tuned to 94.7 FM. The weather forecast for Yuma today is sunny with a high near 107, winds that could gust as high as 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy this evening with a low around 78. With a record 48 teams and 1,248 players, there's an endless number of stats about the 2026 FIFA World Cup. To read more, visit kawc.org/NPR-news. Stay tuned to 94.7 FM, KOFA Border Radio.
WACOG provides family and community services to help low-income individuals in La Paz, Mojave, and Yuma counties, providing tools to help build a path to self-sufficiency. Services include housing and financial assistance, advocacy, and caregiver support.
Details at wacog.com.
I use KAWC almost on a daily basis in my car. It's the background for chores around my house. And I go to the website and look for stories that are of interest, and I listen to podcasts. I look to the news on NPR because I'm looking for something beyond the headline or a soundbite or a gotcha moment. I really want news that shows me sort of the multiple dimensions of a story, that seeks information from multiple sources and doesn't tell me how to think. It just presents the issues, and I really appreciate that. Being a sustaining member of a service like KAWC takes the mystery out of it for me. So I know that I am supporting every month. I also know that I don't have to remember to sit down and write a check at the end of the year or a budget for a check at the end of the year, right? It's kind of coming out of my account every month, and that makes me feel a little bit like I'm part of the team. I'm Lori Stoft from Arizona Western College, and I'm a proud supporter of KAWC Yuma.
Sunny and hot in Parker today with the high near 110. Mostly clear tonight with low around 77. Sunny and hot in Quartzsite with the high near 111. Gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy and breezy tonight with low around 79. And sunny in Yuma with the high near 107. Gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight with low around 78.
KOFA Border Radio doesn't sound like any other radio station in Yuma. We are a non-commercial source for music from around the world, across the decades and local artists. Our hosts are volunteers. If you would like to get involved, send an email to music@borderradioaz.org.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here speaking with Nichole Roedder, and we kind of left off at the point where I wanted to find out, how'd you get involved? Because, yeah, Stephanie, that thing likes to fall sometimes.
I know.
So, yeah,
It's like,
yeah, it's all good. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Live radio. It's fun. So Stephanie is one of the ring girls that you chose for YFL. So how did that come about with Chance and to be able to have that opportunity to do this and provide this for these ladies?
Well, he actually asked me to be a ring girl. And with me not doing modeling anymore and stuff, I was like, no, but if you need someone to get you girls, I'm your girl to get girls.
Because he knew, like, okay, you've done this before, that you'd be somebody that he could go to. Would you like to do it? But you're like that phase of your life or whatever that part was, it's like, no, I'm not there anymore.
I transitioned into something else.
Yeah.
And there's no issues with people who do want to do the modeling and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that. It's just, it took too much of a toll on me personally, so I didn't want to do it anymore. So I was like, you know what, let me reach out to some of my girls and see who'd be interested. Let me make a post. And it's a lot easier for women to be approached by other women for these kind of gigs rather than a man that it's like, why do you want me to be in it? You think I'm hot, you want to hit on me. When it's not the case, but it just feels that way as a woman.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me to manage the girls than it is for a man. And plus, dude, they have so much stuff going on with YFL. The last thing they want to be stressed on is if one of the ring girls is going to show up. You know what I mean? They don't want to have to deal with that and having to make payments and whatnot to them. And so he just had me take over with the ring girls, and I did great. And then he was like, you know what? You did more than you were supposed to with the ring girls. Why don't I just make you director of the VIP? And then that way you can be in charge of all of that, because it's so stressful for them to do everything.
Yeah, because like, typically, and it's owned partially by Kelvin Gastelum and Kelvin's mom's over there, and I think sister and stuff, and they're trying to do their best. Yeah,
they're amazing,
and they do it great. But like, everybody's kind of stretched thin, and this is kind of in your lane. So it went from getting the ring girls to now we're gonna open it up to the VIP.
Yes.
And how's that been since you started doing the VIP?
It is so fun. It is so fun. We have so many sponsors and people that get so hyped for the events, and I just make sure everyone's having a good time. And that's pretty much what my ring girls do too.
Yeah, absolutely. And so how many events have you done with YFL now?
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah, I think it's 4 or 5. I would have to sit down and use my fingers.
Yeah, it's all right. Like, nobody's going to fact check you right now. They're going to be like, hey, actually, Nichole, it was. But you guys just did one recently on the military base for our
that one
wonderful
was...
servicemen. Tell me a little bit about that one.
That one was so fun. I feel like that was the most crowd energy we've ever had. Because, I mean, the Marines actually had one of their guys in the fights.
Really?
So everyone was like, had signs for this guy, and we're chanting his name during his fight. My ring girls, I had them having the whole crowd doing the wave.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
so
it
much
was
fun.
the
We had
best.
one crowd where there was 3 people and they had MAX and they were screaming, Max, Max. And it was just like, wow.
Yeah, they had so much energy. It was great. It was probably the best one that I've been at so far.
That's so, and, you know, and I've heard you tell me that before, and then it's like, my goodness, like, I wasn't going to go, then I could go, then then I was like, oh yeah, Saturday. And I was like, no, this is on a Friday.
It was our first Friday.
It was our first Friday. And so it wasn't even in my mind, like, oh, they were going to do it on a Friday, but you did it. And then, I didn't go. And then everybody tells me this is the best one yet.
You missed out.
Yeah.
You missed out, Betty.
And you're saying it has to do with like the energy that the military servicemen, the Marines gave?
Yep. I think that energy was just completely different. It was lively. And also with my ring girls, the more that they're in these events, the more comfortable they are doing the crowd work. So like that also has a lot to do with it. I can't wait to see what the next event's going to be like. You know what I mean? Because the wave is going to be a thing from now.
Oh, yeah. So
the wave is going to be a thing.
I heard that was a thing at this one. It's going to be a thing now. So how'd you do, Stephanie, with the crowd work?
It was absolutely amazing. Everyone was willing to do it. The wave was a little hard to start at first.
Yeah.
It wasn't? Like people were hesitant?
Yeah, some were like, but I was like encouraging them, and then it would slowly build up, and then I had the whole crowd ring doing it. It was amazing. And I had we had little kids dancing.
Yeah, we did a lot of competitions at this event, which was cool. Instead of just them throwing the merchandise into the crowd, we were like, all right, which section is going to do the best at the wave?
Oh.
Which kid is going to do the best dance move?
Which one's going to scream the loudest?
Yes.
There
and then we
go.
had hundreds of dollars in gift cards and shirts and hats and the whole works.
Oh, very cool.
We had a lot of merchandise to give out.
Yep.
So any idea when the next one is going to be? I know you can't give a date or anything.
Yeah,
but
no idea. That's normally every 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
So hopefully another 2 to 3 months from now. It's been almost a month.
Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah. And then let's switch gears to your show on YouTube with a UFC veteran, one of my favorite fighters. I loved watching him fight. Incredible guy. Hopefully one day maybe you can get him down here. But
I actually am.
Yeah,
He's going to be coming to one of the fights.
Okay.
And you can mark my words on that.
Okay. You heard it here live.
That's exciting.
Rampage Jackson will come. But so yes, you have this opportunity with Rampage Jackson. It's Rampage Jackson Sports for Kids.
Yes.
And it's a YouTube show series. Tell me a little bit about that.
So we have different famous athletes on the show every week. It's 3 episodes released per week, and it's 10-minute episodes. And this is a great way for kids to be on YouTube, but not be doom scrolling and watching stuff they probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
It actually gets them active. We have them do the activities with us. And these famous athletes like the Professor, we're going to have Tony Hawk here soon.
Wow.
We've had Olympians. We've had famous volleyball players, and they teach us their sport. And there's about 8 kids on the show with us, and they're learning the sport alongside me and Rampage.
And to have the Professor on, it's just incredible. If anybody knows about And One and the street ball that this guy's able to do, it's like
it's insane.
It's pretty insane.
He breaks ankles on a daily.
Right? It's like
yesterday was his birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Professor.
Happy birthday. So what was it like working with him and get to meet him?
Oh, he was very humble. You know how there's this other street baller, famous MK or whatever. He's very cocky, very look at me. And the Professor is the exact opposite. He's extremely humble, very kind, very down to earth. We actually ended up going and having coffee together a couple weeks ago just to catch up. And he is a sweetheart. He really is a sweetheart.
So you were going to be wrapping up filming here pretty soon, the final episode, at least in the series, or?
Yes. So I'm going to be going back to LA on Monday and doing another episode with Logan Dooley. It's an Olympian medalist. So cool. But I will be leaving for just a short time. I'll be guest appearancing a lot. But right now I got to take care of my grandma.
Yeah.
And priorities are priorities. I got to do it. Yeah.
And that goes back to your heart and who who you are as a person. So I want to ask, what's it like to be around Rampage? But I follow him on.
It's different. It's different. I promise you.
Is it really?
His stream is completely different than how he is off stream. He is a gentleman. So we actually went out together to a club, and it was one of his friends. I got to meet, what's his name? Something Green, the UFC fighter, Randy Green or something. Nate Green. I don't remember. He opened up a club. He's a famous UFC fighter. I don't keep up with names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
But Green, Mr. Green, super cool guy. Then we ended up going out to a couple other places, and it was time for me to go home. I was tired, and I was like, I'm gonna Uber it. He had a couple girls wanting to go home with Rampage, and I was like, I'm gonna Uber back to my car and get home. And he was like, absolutely not. And he left the girls there, and he's like, let's wrap it up. We're leaving right now. I need to make sure you get back to your place safe.
Wow.
Yeah, he's very, very, very respectful. He flirts with girls and stuff online.
Online, like you see him, that's all he does.
But that's like what the people want.
Yeah, that's what the people want.
But he is not like that,
He's not that
at all.
Very cool. So we're going to take a break because we have our guests. I think they're out in the lobby. Let me just check real quick and make sure. I'm going to look at my phone. He said they're walking up. So we're going to take a quick break, and you're going to be my co-host.
Seats.
Yeah, we're going to switch seats.
Scoot down.
And we're going to be back with Johnny Burstrock Cervin, and he's opening up a new store here in town called Neighborhood Vida. It's going to have all kinds of cool stuff in there, and they're going to bring City Lokes. I love City Lokes. They're from San Diego. Ooh. And we're going to talk about his shop. He's also bringing Mike with him, which is his partner with OG Family. So we're going to have a lively conversation after this.
Yes, I'm excited.
Thank you so much for being with us, Nichole. Tell everybody real quick how they can follow you on Instagram.
If you go to Nichole, Nichole, Roedder, Roedder, or you can also follow Healthy Her Fitness.
All right. Thank you so much. And with that, it's time for a break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Run by music lovers like yourselves, KOFA Border Radio has what you need. A non-commercial home filled with music heard from all over the world. Tune in at 94.7 FM, 1320 AM on the KOFA app or at borderradioaz.org.
What's Up Yuma Radio is sponsored by Citrine Law LLC, a locally owned Yuma law firm where clients work directly with a local legal team. Citrine Law practices criminal defense, DUI defense, and personal injury law throughout Yuma County. Information is at citrinelaw.com.
It's always better when it's local. Your food or your radio. Get the true Yuma soundtrack right here on Border Radio KOFA 94.7 FM or in the KOFA app.
The Yuma County Library District provides activities and resources at its branches for people of all ages. Events include story time, citizenship classes, bilingual programs, crafts, author talks, and more. For more information about the activities and calendar of events, plus other in-person and online resources, visit yumalibrary.org.
I'm Mike Suba, and I'm a big supporter of KAWC. You're getting a great source of information about our community, about the people that are working and living here, and you start going, you know what, this is really a valued service. And that's the great thing, is you've got a partnership here. And I'm a big believer in partnerships because the one thing I realized early on in life, I can maybe do a lot of stuff on a very limited basis, but when I start partnering up, it's amazing what we can do when we pool our resources. And so I hope that when people are listening to the station, enjoying the news broadcasts and the entertainment shows that are being presented, that they realize that you're not only the end user and enjoying what's being broadcast to you, but it can be a partnership too, where you can participate like I've discovered I can do and help get this service, enhance it, and provide even better programming. I'm Mike Suba, and I support KAWC.
Tuned in to Border Radio KOFA. We are your local public radio station that celebrates the power of music to bring people together. You can see our playlists, listen to our live stream, and listen to past programs on demand on the KOFA app. Find it at your favorite app store.
What? Are we on? Okay. All right. We're back. Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We are here now joined by Johnny, Burstrock, Cervin, and Mike. You say it for me, Nichole.
Castro?
It's Castor.
Castor. There we go. All right.
No worries.
Yeah, live radio. Here we go. So
People get my last name wrong all the time, so I get to do it to other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's okay.
And you came all the way from Cali, right?
Yeah, from San Bernardino. So
San Bernardino.
I just arrived right now.
Just right now.
That's a 4.5 hour drive.
Yeah. No, it's about three.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, really? It's about 3?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
it wasn't too bad at all.
Well, how fast were you driving?
I was doing the speed limit. I saw a couple of people getting pulled over. And I was
She's
like,
not a cop, bro. Like, you're like, officer, I was doing the speed limit. And Johnny, I've had you on the show before.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming back.
Thanks for having me back.
So, but we're going to find out a little bit more. Still going to go into your past, who you are. And you're a pop locker. What would you call it? Somebody that's not familiar with what you do in the breakdance community.
You said the right word. I'm a pop locker. Basically, that's a street dancer. The guy that does the robot.
Yeah, that does
I gotta see this.
Yeah, I'm one of the guys that,
You do more than the robot, but...
Yeah, I mean, my bones don't do it as good as they used to, but, basically, it's the robot.
Mm-hmm. And where are you from originally?
I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles.
Yes, sir.
And so how did you get into street dancing?
My uncle, actually my cousin, he was the one that first showed me the moves. And then I just kind of picked it up from there, you know what I mean? And just kept pushing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen dancing all my life, and I used to love to dance as a kid. But when I see him, doing like the old man, the old woman walk and the clown laugh, I just was amazed. And I just picked it up from there.
How old were you?
At that time, I was about 13, 14 years old when I picked it up. But I've seen dancing all my life. I've seen popping, but I never got to it until I seen him do it.
That's cool. So he kind of like inspired.
Yeah, he's the one that inspired me, and he showed me the start. And from there, I just kind of took off on my own and did my own thing.
Okay.
So you were doing that, and then I got to say, it became something you became known for.
Yeah.
Right. And so tell me a little bit about that, because you ended up doing commercials and music videos and stuff like that. What was the first one you did?
My first commercial, I was 19. I was working at a warehouse job, and I got called for an audition. I went to the audition, and they booked me for a Sprite commercial, and we shot that on Whittier Boulevard, right there in Lorena, right in the heart of Boyle Heights, and it was at an antique shop. You could still probably find the video on YouTube. It's called Antique Shop Sprite, and I'm in there getting down.
Okay.
Pretty dope, and from there I just started booking.
So now, did you get an agent? Or?
Yeah, I got an agent and I got a manager. And it's funny because my manager didn't even know me. He knew my aunt, and they sent me to an audition for dancers, like for an agency. And he never even knew me, bro. Like, he just said, hey, there's this agency, this dance agency throwing an audition. Send Johnny over there, because my aunt was trying to get me signed with him. And so they sent me over there, and I was the first callback out of like 200 dancers. And so he was like amazed, like, oh, I got to meet this guy, Johnny, bring him to my office. And so they brought me down, and he signed me right away. And from there, he just started pushing me out.
Yeah.
Auditions.
So how does that work? You're like, okay, audition. So then he would just tell you, like, hey, go audition for this.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody else besides Sprite is looking for something like to kind of get into the street or the urban when they try to reach that, right? So it's like, okay, we need to throw some of this in here.
So once the dance agency signed me, that's who pushed me out to auditions. Hey, there's this audition, go. So I was going to like a gang of auditions in a week, and I was hitting them back to back until I just started booking and booking and booking and booking. So I've been really blessed in my life with dancing, and I've done a lot. I've traveled, I've been to my best commercial. It was a Super Bowl commercial in 2002.
Oh,
I went to Mexico City. We shot that in the DF.
What?
I was there for
That
like
is
a
so
week.
cool.
When I got back from when the Super Bowl commercial dropped, I mean, the next day after the Super Bowl, they flew me to New York. I remember getting the call that I was going to New York because my car broke down on my way to work. And then my agency called and said, hey, pack up tomorrow. You're leaving to New York. And I was like, wait, what? I was on the side of the road. Waiting.
Smoke coming out the engine.
God's like, just hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got you,
Yeah,
bro.
they got me. So they sent me to New York. I taught Katie Couric how to Katie Couric how to pop lock on national TV.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
the Today
crazy,
Show.
man. So that's the biggest stage, though, right? The Super Bowl halftime commercials and things. Those are some of the biggest stage. And you go from that, you're broke down on the side of the road, and say, pack your bags, and now you're teaching teaching Katie Couric how to pop lock
on national TV, bro.
I might have to take a lesson.
Yeah, I got you. Don't
Nicole
trip.
wants to learn.
I
got you. I got you.
I can do the robot.
And it's easy. You do the robot, you can do anything.
Yeah, I like that. You could do the. You need to put that on a shirt.
Right? There it is. He's my designer. He's a designer, the printer.
Speaking of, Mike, since you got into designing right out of high school or college, right? What inspired you to do that?
So it's a big story, but I'll make it short.
No, we have time, bro.
No, so while I was going to high school, me and my brother used to just draw T-shirts. Well, he actually drew the T-shirts with the design with a Sharpie.
So on the T-shirt,
yeah.
Okay.
Because we wanted to have shirts to wear to school. Basically to make other people mad at the time.
Okay, yeah, to make them mad. All right.
They didn't sell that specific type of shirt in the stores, so I would just put, whatever I wanted on the shirt and wear it to schools, in hopes that someone would tell me something.
Okay,
so you don't even want to say what it said on the shirt.
So it's a PG show, so I don't know what you're saying, but on the shirt, but. Provocative. You wanted to be a little bit provocative or whatever. Go in there and have somebody notice you, right?
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
Okay,
yeah,
we'll see.
So, it just went on from there, So,
but where does it go from there? What's the next thing? What was the next step? Did you get like screen printing stuff? Or you kind of design stuff for people just on Photoshop or?
No, yeah. So right out of high school, like maybe a week after graduation, I was arrested, and I was there for a while, and right when I got out, I was supposed to go to Cal State, so I lost my chance to go to Cal State. But when I got out, I reapplied to go to Cal State, but I had to wait for the fall season. So during that time, I was just working, living at home, saving up some money, and I saw it in the recycler, print your shirts. So I went to go buy the machine. I didn't know anything about it.
You didn't know nothing, but you just know back in the day you got down with a Sharpie, you and your brother. And
yeah, so I was like, hey, why not do it for real, So we bought the machine. While I was going to Cal State, I joined a fraternity, so I started doing all the T-shirts for the Greek life. And it just expanded from there.
Okay, and so you're doing that, and what'd you go to Cal State for? What'd you want to major in?
Marketing and design.
Oh, so marketing and design. So you knew, like, okay, this is definitely going to be what I want to do in my life.
Yeah. Definitely.
So this was like a long-term passion of yours. What kept you aspired to continue?
So me and my brother have always been artists. He's better than me, but we've always been artists. So since we were like, I can't even remember, like 5, 6 years old. We've always drawn on paper.
You want to give a shout out to your brother real quick?
Yeah. What up, Rich? Check out this podcast. We're having a good time right here in Yuma. So thank you for having us.
Yeah,
What up,
absolutely.
Rich?
So then how did you guys get hooked up with each other? And then do you design for 27 Junkies? Is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't, a lot of the early designs, I didn't make them, but a lot of the newer ones I make them for. But yeah.
So what's funny is I used to work for another company, and they used to design for that company I was working for. And I had already started my brand, and we were at the Dub Show, you know what I'm saying? And me and my crew were getting down at the Dub Show in front of our booth, and his daughter was young at the time. And he wanted me to teach his daughter how to dance. So I had just moved out to San Bernardino at this time. So I was like, hey, bro, I'm out here now, you know. And so I used to go pull up, and I should just, you know, kick it with him at the pad, teach his daughter how to dance. And from there, we just started working together, you know what I'm saying? Like, he started doing my designs. We started hustling at the swap meet together, like selling $10 T-shirts, which I would tell him, bro, we're selling way too cheap. We're selling way too cheap. No. But yeah, we were hustling. We've been hustling together for about 15 plus years, I'd say.
About 15 years.
And it started off as a friendship, not
No,
just...
we didn't really even know each other. Like,
Really?
The first conversation was like, yo, my daughter wants to learn how to dance. Can you teach her? And then that's from there. We just kind of built a relationship.
But you
from
became that friendship.
Yeah,
in
we're
that.
homies. Like, we're family now. You know what I'm saying?
I
And
love that.
His daughter graduated from college already. She's a lot older now. You know, and it's been more than 15 years, I'd say, right?
Yeah, more than 15 years.
That's wild.
So what is 27 Junkies, and where's the other 25 of them?
There's a lot of us, bro. So 27 represents me and my homeboys, how we grew up, the lifestyle we lived, and the survival behind that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And so it represents us growing up. Right, and then the junkies is because everybody has a fix. We all have a fix in life, you know.
We all pick our poison.
A radio junkie, a camera junkie. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all junkies for something. So we just kind of put 2 and 2 together, you know. And the 27 just kind of keeps me grounded for me and my homies to still look how far we got.
Oh,
you know.
gotcha.
And so we baptize each other's children. You know, like, we're family. You know what I'm saying? Homies, friends turn family.
Yeah.
And then you know, junkies, like I said, for the fix of everything else.
Yeah. So then, so was it a clothing company at first? Is that how it started, or just like family and then?
We were family first,
Okay.
like, you know, and it's a mixture. Like, we have DJs, we have dancers,
Okay,
we have
okay.
graffiti artists, we have like it's just we have punkers in our circle. Like, we just got a wild, diverse circle of homies. Like, you see us and you're like, damn, why you guys don't match?
You don't match, yeah.
You guys don't match. You
Those
know what
are
I'm
the
saying?
best groups,
Yeah, it's
though. The
cool.
variety, because you guys all have the same goals in life, but different journeys of
Yeah,
life.
yep.
I love that.
So then, what is OG Family then?
So that's just my clothing brand.
That's your clothing brand.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I started it because my brother was working for Metal Militia, Famous Star. So he was designing all the T-shirts for those big companies. And then while I was in the process of selling shirts, I was like, we got to come up with our own brand. We just used the word OG because, on God, only God, different things. It stands for different things. It could stand for anything.
I love that the G is about God, though.
Yeah. And, or only graffiti. But like, and then the word family was popular at the time. So we've used that word and it's just stuck ever since. Because I started the brand in 2008. So.
2008, you started your own brand there. And how's that brand been doing?
Oh, it's doing good. Right now, we're about in 120 stores. We're growing. California, if you go to California, you see it everywhere. So,
It's everywhere?
Yeah,
That's
so
impressive.
We're in about 6 stores here in Arizona now. So we're growing in Arizona. But it's also throughout the country. We have stores in Japan. We have stores everywhere.
So how do you do that? How do you take something that starts out as family, an idea, to getting into so many stores? And either of you can answer.
Go ahead, Mike. You're in more stores than I am.
It takes a lot of hard work. That's all. A lot of setbacks, and you just got to keep going. That's all.
You just got to keep grinding.
Yeah, and then you just meet the people along the way that help you on your journey, and I met a sales rep, and he helped me get into some of the stores, and yeah, it's just a full-on journey.
Speaking about you getting help from sales rep, I also heard that you guys help other people build their brands. Yeah.
Yes.
That is so awesome.
So tell me about that.
Go ahead, Mike. You're the one that built the brand.
So yeah, I helped build multiple brands. For many years, me and my brother have designed for like so many clothing brands in existence. We also print them because I run 2 automatic screen presses, so I print their shirts for them. I try to do the most to help the clients out in their sales. I try to tell them which direction to take in their design, things like that. So, it's not all about my brand. It's about helping people. When you can help people, they help you, and everybody helps each other.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so that I saw you do a video inside of a screen printing shop. That's his shop.
That's his shop.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's where you guys go. And then I saw a video recently, you and some guy dancing to like 2 of Hearts or whatever. Is he a member as well?
What video was that? Is that Alex?
Yeah, it's the Fool's Day. So yeah, we created a short film series. I actually wrote the script. Me and him, we wrote the script and we just put it on camera. And but that guy, he's actually my main printer. He's
your
with
main
me
printer
for a long time.
Yeah.
He's
loyal
funny.
dude, bro. Loyal dude,
Yeah.
man. Loyal.
He
dude.
must be loyal because he was like dancing in his chonies on like 2 of Hearts on the thing. I'm watching this and I'm like, man, this is good entertainment. This is funny. Answers
I
the
gotta
phone.
see the video now.
Oh, it's
Where's
great.
that? Send it to me.
We're gonna watch it after this.
Fool's Day on YouTube.
Yeah.
But we are going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and then we are going to get to you, Johnny, because you're opening up a clothing store right here in Yuma, Arizona. We're going to find out more about that after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
All right.
This is Border Radio, KOFA, your passport to your global destination for music. We are your local public broadcasting station that can be heard through your radio at 94.7 FM, 1320 AM, on the KOFA app, and at borderradioaz.org.
Yuma Art Center announces 3-Way Exposure, a photo gallery exhibition from COFA, San Luis, and Cibola high schools. Through experiential learning, students worked with industry professionals to learn the art of photography. Opening reception on Friday, June 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. Details at yumaartcenter.com.
Welcome to KAWC's The Hotspot.
I'm Chloe Michael.
And I'm Maya Manry. This week, we hear some fresh perspectives about Yuma. Students from all over the world sharing their experiences.
if I'm honest, it's great. Like, I don't think I could have chosen a better place to be welcome to.
This show is available as a podcast or online at kawc.org under the Shows tab.
Bringing the heat to Yuma and La Paz, it's The Hotspot.
The weather forecast for Yuma today is sunny with the high near 107, gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, partly cloudy this evening with the low around 78. In Quartzsite, sunny and hot with a high near 111, gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, partly cloudy and breezy tonight with low around 79. And sunny and hot in Parker with a high near 110, mostly clear tonight with low around 77.
I'm Maria Hinojosa. Next time on Latino USA, we speak to Mon Laferte and Francisca Valenzuela about music, activism, and how they're changing the game for women artists.
I think in Chile, using music as a vehicle to shed light on things has always been there. There is a history of fearless, creative, mega punk.
That's next time on Latino USA.
Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
There is so much advice about decluttering, like the Marie Kondo method, where you ask yourself, does this item spark joy? Well, donating a vehicle that you don't need anymore to KAWC and Border Radio is an easy way to help us bring you the programs that bring you joy. And it's a great way to declutter. Learn more at kawc.org/cars.
I use KAWC almost on a daily basis in my car. It's the background for chores around my house. And I go to the website and look for stories that are of interest, and I listen to podcasts. I look to the news on NPR because I'm looking for something beyond the headline or a soundbite or a gotcha moment. I really want news that shows me sort of the multiple dimensions of a story, that seeks information from multiple sources and doesn't tell me how to think. It just presents the issues, and I really appreciate that. Being a sustaining member of a service like KAWC takes the mystery out of it for me. So I know that I am supporting every month. I also know that I don't have to remember to sit down and write a check at the end of the year or a budget for a check at the end of the year, right? It's kind of coming out of my account every month, and that makes me feel a little bit like I'm part of the team. I'm Lori Stoft from Arizona Western College, and I'm a proud supporter of KAWC Yuma.
Turn on Border Radio KOFA 94.7 FM and cross musical borders every day. From new indie discoveries to timeless classics, listener-supported Border Radio brings you music you won't hear anywhere else. Live, local, and online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here with Johnny Burstrock Cervin, as well as, I'm going to point to you, Nichole.
Nichole Roedder.
No, and his name?
Mike.
You're going to get it right?
Castor.
Castor, there we go. All right, we did it. I put you on the spot a little bit. But so Johnny kept passing the mic over to him. He's like, hey, that's you. But this is Johnny, I know for sure. Neighborhood Vida. That's a clothing store that you're having here, but there's more than clothing, correct? Tell me a little bit about the inspiration about that. Because you've only been in Yuma maybe like 8 months or something?
Wow. 7 to 6, well, maybe 6 or 7 months I've been out here.
6 or 7 months.
Already opening up a clothing store.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
So, I mean, we already come from that background where we have clothing brands and we push T-shirts and things like that, right? So being here, I mean, I kind of seen that there was no real clothing store that really offers what we have. You know what I'm saying? And I had kind of put it in his head one time that, hey, I'm thinking about maybe one day opening up a store out there. And then I kind of forgot about it because I started focusing on my taco business out here, right? Pushing the taco junkies. And then every time I'd go visit, which I was going pretty much every week, what's up with the store? What's up with the store? What's up with the store?
This guy right here.
What's up with the store? What's up with the store? What's up with the store? So he kept putting it on me. And then one day I was just like, we're going to go look. And we went, and then we found a couple different vacant buildings, and, we just signed a lease and let's go. Let's keep pushing, And then Neighborhood Vida, because it's our style, and every neighborhood's the same thing, you know what I mean? It don't matter where you're from LA, you're from Yuma, you're from Phoenix, wherever you're at. Like, we're all the same, you know what I mean? We all have the same type of lifestyles, a little different, but, I mean, it's all the same concept, you know what I mean? So everybody got a neighborhood.
Especially when you break it down to family, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's all the same. Now, what's the vision behind it, and what are you going to offer at your store?
So right now, the vision behind it is pushing our clothing line, which is 27 Junkies OG Family. and then we have like City Lokes over there. So I have custom Arizona stuff.
So are you going to get their glasses too?
I already have their glasses.
You already have them. Okay.
I have custom glasses already. Yuma glasses, Arizona glasses.
dope.
You know what I mean? I have custom. Everything in there is custom. You can't go to any store out here in Yuma and find what we have. And if you find it, it's because they probably bootlegged it, you know, from ours, or they kind of like jocked our style. But there's no store out here that carries anything that we have.
And City Lokes, I lost my pair, so I'm glad you have some because I'm going to have to go buy some. But how'd you get involved with them?
Oh, we've been working with City Lokes for years since they were pushing out the swap meet as well.
Wow.
You know, so a lot of us came out of the swap meet, bro. You know what I mean? And we created businesses from the swap meet. Now, City Lokes is huge.
Yeah, they're big.
They got a huge operation. And I've seen Miguel grow into like a very, very successful company. So all these cats that we have there, we're all like in relations and ties to each other. We've been working with each other for years.
Yeah,
you know?
so I have a question. Are you going to try to work with any local brands
Yes,
at all?
of course.
Get them in? I know there's something called consignment where people can have their stuff there. And,
Yeah, of course. I mean, I reached out to a couple different people already, you know, and the offer is there. So if they want to, you know, jump on the offer, it's totally up to them. But I want to take care of Yuma first off and foremost because I'm in their area and I want to show love to the people from Yuma. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just a resident. I just live out here. You know what I'm saying? I want to give the flowers to the people that belong here. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of like the whole swap meet thing, back to that, we don't really have a swap meet here anymore, right? They kind of closed that down, and it's very
the
rare
original
that they do.
one. They shut it down. We have the marketplace, but that's open only sometimes.
So question, like, since we don't really have that opportunity for entrepreneurs trying to build their brands and become that, you guys said that most of you started from the swap meet. What would you suggest young entrepreneurs do now to start brands?
So when we started, there wasn't really social media like how it is now. So I mean, you can use social media to your full potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take a picture of a shirt or something you design, put it on social media, TikTok, whatever, and, you know, start selling. Us, we had to do like the whole foundation, the grassroots, and go out there and push, sell out the trunk of your car.
Different kind
swap
of grind.
meets, and then you got to kind of, you don't really know what everybody likes at that time, right? And now with social media, you can see what everybody likes. So you can try to kind of follow the trend, you know?
Yeah.
Back then, it was just like, this is what we like. This is what we're going to put on a T-shirt, you know? Hopefully it sells, you know? But for young entrepreneurs, I would just say, if you got an idea, just go with it. The hardest part is just doing it.
Yeah, that's true. The jump. The jump is the hardest part.
Believing in yourself and taking the initiative to actually do it. Once you take that jump, everything will fall into place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I just got to also mention, you mentioned Taco Junkies. You're also serving up tacos here. I see you have Friday Night Munchies and stuff. And that you also do catering, right?
Yeah, I do catering. I do catering from Cali, now here in Yuma, and Phoenix.
You guys did the taco festival.
What taco
right?
festival?
Recently?
I don't know.
It was like a few months ago. You guys didn't do a taco
No,
festival?
not out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
not out here.
but you're normally like at a Swanky Place.
I'm at Swanky's Place. I'm at Friday Night Munchies. And then and then whatever catering jobs I get. I'll be in Phoenix this weekend doing a job. I'll be in Cali next week doing another job. Like, I'm just back and forth.
So you're like, when I was interviewing Nichole earlier, she does a lot. So you both are very, very busy people, but you kind of love the hustle?
I love the hustle, but I'm tired.
You're a little tired?
I'm
Same,
tired.
Same.
I know you got your little man over here, and I know
Vato.
you're tired because the little Vato was in your shop with the steamer, steaming some of the clothes, right?
Yeah, I got to put him to work early.
Put him
so
to
he
work.
learns.
Yeah, part of that family.
Yeah.
And you're saying, like, hey, this is what we do, son.
It's not only that, because you see a lot of kids nowadays are just lazy, right? Like, they don't want to get up and do nothing. And that goes from them being young and not teaching them young.
Yeah.
So my dad taught me young. My mom taught me young. So we got to, I mean, my mom made me scrub toilets when I was his age. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have to scrub toilets yet, but he will eventually.
Now I don't feel bad. Now I don't feel bad about
coming.
making my kid do it.
Yeah, no, you got to. You got to teach them young, because it teaches them discipline and how to get their hands dirty and how to work when they get older, so they won't be lazy. Because I know a lot of kids that are really lazy, and they're already adults that don't want to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they just find an excuse for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hot. Oh, it's this. Or I'm tired. I don't want to wake up early. Oh, it's too many hours. Whatever.
So,
work is work.
It is.
Get out there and get it.
We're wrapping up. We're coming up to the hard break at the top of the hour. Tell everybody where your store is at right now, and maybe give a hint around the grand opening.
All right. So June 20th is the grand opening, and we are on 4th Avenue, 2607 4th Avenue, Suite 2B2. Sorry, I'm all messed up.
That's all good.
I don't know my addresses out here yet, but I'm still learning.
So it's like 26th Street and 4th Ave.
I think so. So I'm right by Red's Tacos.
Perfect. Yeah.
So Sun Valley Plaza right there.
Yeah,
so we're
yeah,
doing the grand opening on June 20th from 4 to 8 p.m. because it's already going to be hot. So we'll try to do it when it's a little bit cooler. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so pull up, come support. I hope to see you guys all there. If you got a lowrider, bring it out. What's Up Yuma's going to be in the house with us, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, pull up, and we'll love to see you guys there. This is for all of us, you know what I'm saying?
And actually, after this, we're going to go get a special tour of it right now.
Do it.
So,
Let's
yeah,
do it.
we're going to go do that. So, thank you so much. And tell everybody real quick how to find you both on social media.
So, I got a lot of them. So, Burstrock at 27 Junkies Clothing, Taco Junkies, and then Neighborhood Vida _clothing. You can find us right there.
Okay, what about you, Mike?
OGFamily.com or just OG Family on Instagram.
All right. Thank you guys so much. And with that, What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. Want to thank our engineer, Talon Gonzalez, along with Anthony Ornales, Juan Garcia, Dave Reek, and Cecilia. You can find out more about KOFA at kofa.org. Stay tuned following our program for KOFA Midday Music. And on tomorrow's program, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm not going to say it. You can listen to the podcast version of this program anytime and check out past episodes anytime at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio. And if you want to get on this show, make sure you visit whatsupyuma.biz. Once again, that's whatsupyuma.biz. And with that, we are out. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you, Nichole.
No problem.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Citrine Law, LLC, a Yuma law firm practicing criminal defense, DUI defense, and personal injury law. Information is at citrinelaw.com.
Thanks for listening to KOFA Yuma, whether it is on the radio at 94.7 FM or 1320 AM.